So we are going to go ahead and get started with our next conversations with Cambria. And I am so excited to have you guys here. We are talking with Faithful Countertops out of New Jersey here today. And we have such a talented team to talk to us about what it means to be a good fabricator, right? With our product especially, fabrication is of the utmost importance. You can have a beautiful design, but if it's not fabricated right and with good installation, you are not going to have a good experience. You're not going to have a happy customer. And these guys are the masters. They do incredible work. So we're so happy to have Eric and Eva here to talk to us about how they approach their journey with all of their clients. So that's what we're going to get into today is for all of you that struggle in your markets in finding that fabricator who's a true partner, who honors your design and respects your customers and clients and really puts their heart and soul into the fabrication. They're going to show you what that looks like. So you can go out into your market and find a fabricator who does that for you. So we're going to get started. It's going to be great. So first off the bat, I'll give you guys a chance to tell everybody what you do, where you are, how long you've been in business, your family business, just like Cambria, which we love. So I'll let you take it away.
Okay, my name is Eric Tush. I'm the owner of the Faithful Countertops. We established the company in 2011, so it's a pretty young company, but with big ambition to be one of the best in our area and in the country. So we have my sister. It's a family business. It's Peter. It's right there. He doesn't like to speak, so he throw us here. Eva is in charge of the account managing and the office and just really running the entire company, helping me out with all the issues that we have, with all the jobs that we have, and going through the every week meeting with our team, and just basically help us out to run everything as smooth as possible.
I'm just gonna add, before my brothers, they decided to open a company. They used to work for somebody else and install the counters. So it wasn't like oh, we got this idea, all of a sudden we're gonna
be fabricators.
Yeah, we're gonna be fabricators. No, it wasn't like that. But they saw potential on the market for them to actually build their own company and to start doing things the way they wanted and the way they wanted it to be,
Yeah.
So like Eric mentioned, to be one of the best in New Jersey, New York area, and and to provide the best service and the best product for our clients.
Yeah, and so I think we hear exactly what you just said a lot from those people who start out in a business. They learn the business, then they understand what's missing from the place where they are, and it's something that they really build a passion for, and they strike out on their own to build this brand that is so much more than the function that they do. It's about the service that they provide. It's about the brand they build and the pride they have in their work. And so I love hearing those stories where you come up in the trade, you learn the technique, but then you build upon that to create something that's so spectacular. And as we're talking, and you guys can see these videos from their work, from their installations, from their fab shop, that's what you're getting in the content that you guys put out. That's so incredible. So one of the things that I'm dying to hear you talk about is, we talk to so many fabricators, obviously, in our business, and there's always this really distinct two groups. Either you're a fabricator who gets an order, cuts to the order, and ships it out, or you're a fabricator that truly partners with your clients. You're their trusted advisor in a way, and you go on the journey with them. And clearly, you guys are the latter, right? That's your lane. Can you talk a little bit about why that level of partnership with your clients is so important and how you do that?
Yes, I just want to start. So for us as a company, the most important thing is client, right? The most important thing is the service. The service is number one, and everything else is the second. So the price, the other parts like the materials that we use for the, but we want to make sure that our client at the end of the day is happy. So no matter what happened during the process, the client is first. And if we have to replace something, we have the pieces chipped or on the seam that mostly happens during installation. And somebody tried to cover it and make sure they go through, they don't lose the money. No, we just take it back and we either recut it, we fix it. If we can't fix it, we recut it and install it. So for us, having client is not really a client. We want to build a partnership with the customers. So our business is kitchen and bath dealers, designers, architects, builders. We do hospitalities. We do multi-units jobs. And at the end of the day, we understand what means delays on the job, what means the problems on the job, and we want to avoid them. So we do everything that we can with our team that sits over here. We do everything that we can to make everything works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna add, basically he covered the topic, but I just want to say customer service and of course the quality, it's so important to us. So we are involved from the very beginning to finish, from start to finish, with everything with our clients. So if it's helping them to decide on material they want to use, we meet them in our office. We go to client's house and just talk to them more details. Trying to find the best solution for the design, and just being partners basically. I guess the best reward for us we can get is when people come back to us, or they send friends or a neighbor. And I guess that's the most important thing. This is actually why we are doing this, because at the end of the day the client needs to be happy. I guess for the business, for any business, if the client is happy, anybody's gonna succeed.
And the most proud thing is when you get the customer calling you and send you email that that they have a countertop or whatever, the fireplace, them, and they love it, and they will recommend the product and the service to friends and families.
Yeah. So you hit on something that I want to go back to, because you said, we start at the beginning of the project with them. And what we find with our material is that people think about us and they think, oh, that's the countertop, right?
Yes.
So we're trying to show more things like the new Sutherland here on the fireplace wall. And I'm wondering, how do you insert yourself as that partner to say, hey, you have this project, and yes, it has a kitchen, of course, and yes, that kitchen needs countertops, but you also have this fantastic fireplace accent wall, or you also have this shower that could be fully laid out. That's, I think, what's missing in so many fabricators, and what you guys do so well is we could also do this with this product, or it could also go in this place, and it's so show-stopping when it's done. So how do you really morph into that role of advising your customers, or do they come to you for that?
I mean, it's both. Sometimes, people come to us with some pictures, ideas they have, and it's oh, I saw it somewhere on the internet. Is it possible to do it, with this type of material? And we're of course we can do it, And here comes the technology, the latest machines that we're using, the laser template that we're using, which allows us to do different shapes. For example, an island. It doesn't have to be a square piece.
Right.
It could be round. It could be curved, wherever you want, So that really helps us as fabricator to actually meet our clients' expectation. So like I said, technology is the key. If you really want to be one of the best in the business, like you said, customer service, quality, but also to be with the technology, really to get the best the best tools you have on the market.
Yeah.
So I think the most important thing that we have when the customer shows up to our office or sending us the renderings or layouts and they asking us if we can do it, we look at the materials, right? So we know that Cambria has a lot of possibilities. We can use it in the fireplace, we can use it in vanities, we can use it in the kitchen, we can use it on the floor, in the shower walls, we can build the sinks out of it, we can build shower pans, we can thermofoam. There's a lot of things that we can do with Cambria. So we love to work with Cambria, and what it counts with it, we also invest a lot of money in innovation. With the new, soldiers that we have, with the water jet that we have, with the CNC machines that we have, miter machines that we have, all this stuff give us more possibilities. We can offer and we can show the clients what can we do. And that's what we try to set apart with other, fabricators that truly we can make their job so special. And at the end of the day, we can show it, everywhere in social media, and we can show what we can do to make everything.
And also, sometimes for our clients, I guess it's hard to visualize, at the beginning of the process, it's how to see at the end, the product that it's gonna look like at the very end. So what comes in handy is that laser template that we do and the digital layouts that we can do for our clients. Like you were showing with when you were talking to Vanessa, that funnel. Yeah, so actually, we are able to show our clients how their kitchen, fireplace, whatever it is, how it's gonna look, when we're gonna, actually install it and they're gonna have it in their house.
Yeah, so let's get into that technology, because that is such, to your point, the service and that relationship up front is so important. But helping the trades, helping the designers, helping the kitchen and bath, helping the builder understand your process, I think that fab shop tour is so important. So any of you designers or kitchen and baths, when you find a fabricator, I always say, number one, do not work with a fabricator if you haven't walked their shop. Walk their shop and talk to them about what they have, what are their capabilities, do they have a CNC, do they laser template? Those are things that you need to know in the design process so you know how far you can push the product. If I'm walking through your shop, I'm like, okay, we can go all the way, we can try crazy stuff because you have the machine to do it. And I don't mean that you can't do incredible work with a hand router. You can. There are craftsmen out there that do incredible things. But just knowing your fabricator at that level, knowing what's in their shop and what they use on your job sites is so important. How often are you guys walking through your clients through your showroom or through your fab shop?
So actually, very often, almost every day, we have the customers coming to our shop, checking what we do, how we do, and we want to make sure that they feel comfortable using us, right? So sometimes you can have the $2,000 kitchen, but a lot of times it's $20,000-$30,000 kitchen. So you want to invest that money, and you want to make sure that whatever you get, it's super quality. And it's super important, right? I mean, so it's at the end of the day, this kitchen is your dream kitchen that I spend so much money. You want to make sure that you invest that money in the right people, and that's what we do. We walk through, we show them how everything is done, we show them the layouts of the countertops or whatever the application we do. We do 3D renderings for the customers. We send them to for approvals. We also value customer time. So what we can do, especially with the small shops, when they do not digitize, you actually have to show up to the shop to lay the slabs on the kitchen, and you really cannot visualize. I mean, there's not many people that can visualize how the kitchen is gonna look. So what we do is we take a photo of every single slab that comes to our shop. We inspect them, make sure there's no imperfections in the slab.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you there. You take a photo of them and you what?
And then we inspect them.
You what?
We inspect them.
You inspect them. I love that. I love the idea of inspecting them before you cut it. You guys, that is so important. Whether you're a fabricator or whether you're in a kitchen and bath or you're an interior designer, ask your fabricator that. Ask your fabricator, what is your pre-inspection process before you're gonna cut my design out of this slab? Because guess what, if they don't, and they miss something, and you have something installed with an imperfection or a scratch that happens, in transit, that's a nightmare.
That is a nightmare,
hard.
yes, exactly.
Pre-inspect.
So we have 3 points inspection in the shop. So the first inspection, when the slabs arrive to the warehouse, we take a photo and we inspect it. Then we have another inspection before we cut the slab, because there's a lot of things can happen during that process. The slab can go to the A-frame and can be hit with the corner and can be damaged too. So we have to make sure that the slab that arrives to the saw is in the same condition that came to the shop. And then we have the third inspection before the final product leaves the warehouse. We want to make sure that this sink is correct, the holes are correct, the cooktop is cut correctly, the sizes are correct, the edges are polished, proper, and overall matching the layouts that customer approved. That's super important for us, because most of the fabricators' problems it happens in the shop and at the template. So avoid those and pay a little more attention to the details. Actually brings you more happy customer, and we can actually measure it. It's about 95% all the jobs that leave inspected and never come back to the shop. It's always successful installation.
And so much further than that 95% is the money you spend fixing the mistake that you could have caught in pre-inspection. Whether that's actual money spent on material or fabrication or your time, right? It saves so much time. It sounds counterintuitive because you're taking the time to inspect. Obviously, this is something I'm very passionate about, right? I'm like, let's talk for 20 minutes about inspection. No,
Exactly.
we won't.
No, but also I just want to add, so doing the inspection actually saves you money and gets you flow in the shop. You don't have to come back and redo the same job again, or you don't have to fix it. That actually slowing down your fabrication and just raise the cost of the fabrication. So you can really gives your client the best price that they deserve. So you have to overcharge them at this point, right? Because you have to cover your expenses. You can't lose money. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna be out of business. That's basically what it is. So the inspection number one in the shop.
So you said something else about your process that I want to go back to, and that is signing off on a layout. For us and the kinds of material that we produce, we have big, fast, bold movement. We have things that are, I don't know how many of you have been in the booth and seen the Bentley bar top that's right here that's wrapped on all sides. That's difficult in that design because it's stark black and white difference, right? And if that veining doesn't flow nicely, you see that right away. And so one of the things that we struggle with a little bit in some of our markets is really getting people to understand how to set those expectations, whether that's with the homeowner or whether that's with someone in the trade, like a designer, a K&B, a builder, on what that's going to look like. And then how to talk about, this is not a seamless product. You're going to have seams. You're going to be able to see your seams. Now, you should slide a penny across your seams, of course, no problem. But how do you guys approach that? How do you set the expectation? And then do you show a layout for those kinds of designs?
So on the beginning when we start a process, or you want to talk?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so on the beginning when we start a process of going digital, we were scared. Because you don't have that wood template that you going in and you physically see what the size of it is. You have a laser that you have to trust. By using a laser product, they're actually here. You can see them. I think in the Nordholm, if I'm not mistaken. They're incredible. You can rely on the machine. You can actually trust the machine. You don't have to spend money on wood. You really just saving money at the end of the day, and you speed up the process of fabrication. So for us, putting digital layouts for the customer is so important because we have so many clients that when they saw the kitchen, how it looks, they change their mind. They change the design of they change the product, they change the layouts of the slab, it's so important to show them. For example, like the Britannica has the veining. Not everybody likes that. So you can have the half of the slab that is a little white, or you can have the very drastic veins going through the kitchen, and not everybody likes it. So it's super important for us to show the customer what the final product is going to look like, and get the sign off on it. So and let go through the process and let them understand what it is and how everything's going to be cut, so they understand better and they feel better with us.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we want our clients to get the final product that they really dreamed of.
Yes.
So that digital layout, it comes in handy because we are able, to actually, put the layout on the actual slab and show them how the kitchen's gonna look like. And sometimes it's like, oh, this is completely different what I what I think of or what I imagine, So I don't think I'm gonna like it. So it's still that time to change, to switch the product. And when it comes to seam, people are so afraid of it, I must say. But then to work with that, sometimes we Cambria come in handy because you guys provide jumbo slabs. So this is actually great. We can do big islands and no seam. Or sometimes if people want to avoid it, it's you can reduce your overhang by an inch or 2 inches. It's not gonna make such a big difference, but then you can have, instead of 2 pieces, you can have 1 piece island. Yeah.
Right. So one of the other things when we talk to fabricators, and I know we have a couple of fabricators in the audience, so I want to make sure to ask this question. It's so difficult for them to keep good health, right? Labor, whether it's in the building industry, carpenters, or in the fabrication industry with your teams. How do you guys really set your culture apart and keep your teams happy, and that whole idea of good morale and everybody working together, right? Because that's where you want to stay.
That's a big problem for not only fabricators but everybody, to keep the own employees happy, right? So we actually treat them as a family. We want everyone, single person in the shop, be treated as a family. So we help them. We throwing the barbecue on Saturdays. We finish earlier. We throw the barbecue. We hang out around. We have a Christmas party that we do every year. They enjoy it. We listen to them, what they need, and we try to adjust ourselves. If they're not happy with something, we try to make it work. You have to talk to people. You can't treat them as as an item. You have to treat them as a part of your family. Could be your brother, could be your sister. Just treat them as a family. I think they're gonna appreciate that at the end of the day. That being a boss, I'm not just a boss. I can actually. It's super funny because if the guys can do it, I can do it, and I show them how to do it. I'll put the boots on it. I'll take a polisher. I'll start polishing, and they really appreciate that you just not a boss. You're just part of the team. Try to be a team.
Telling the truth? He's telling the truth. Okay. Just had to fact check.
But it is like that, and I'm not gonna say because he's my brother, but it's actually true. He really cares for his employees. He wants everyone to succeed, and when you walk into our showroom, our shop, you can feel that family atmosphere. So it's if you need help, everyone is helping everyone. And like Eric said, if the guys they struggle with something because he was doing this before he started his company, he was actually installing, so
Actually, you can see on the video I'm helping the guys putting the piece over there.
If he needs to be there, he goes there and he install with the guys. He showed them that it can be done and how to do it. So if they have any problems, any questions, they know they can reach out to him. No matter what time, if it's gonna be in the morning, afternoon, evening. So he's always there for his employees, and I think this is so important for him and for our staff.
Yeah. So let's talk about this video. I'm going to take credit here for probably all the Instagram followers you have, because that's what I talk about on a constant basis in our office. I'm like, you want to see a fabricator who knows how to market their service, follow Faithful Countertops. If you don't do it right now, I'm like talking to everyone's booth. Go to Instagram and follow at Faithful Countertops. They have material like this that is unbelievable. I hope I don't get beat up later in the parking lot, but there are no other fabricators that are showing the detail and the craft in the work that you guys do on the inside, right? Like everybody loves a beautiful kitchen image, right? Everybody loves that. But what we see more and more in social media are these incredible niches of craftsmen who are finding each other and sharing this mutual respect about what they do and the pride they have in their work. And it injects so much energy into that trade. And so we've been watching it happen with builders and remodelers and carpenters, and it's so exciting to see someone in the stone fabrication segment doing that, because there's not a lot of it, and we want more of it, right?
That's correct.
We want more of it from everybody.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean,
Talk about why that's important to you guys. I love it.
it's so important for us to show people what we do, right? I mean, how you can show something what you do, in somebody's house. You're not gonna, see 20 or 100 people walk into the house and see the job. So it's important to use the social media. And actually, I want to give credit to Simon because he's the best in the market right now, and he does tremendous job for us, and doing all these videos and posting the posts on Instagram and Facebook and all the social medias. It's tremendous. So we want to make sure the people understand what can be done with the material, how you can do it. We show some videos about techniques how we do, and we also not afraid to share this with other fabricators.
Yeah.
Feel free to contact us through Instagram if you have any questions how to build. We build the custom sinks, or you have a problem with the machines. Let us know. We can help. We can give you some ideas. What can you do? How you can improve it. We're not afraid. I mean, this is how we do. There's a lot of competition all over. In the sink business, and everybody's doing their own stuff, and they doing fine. Do the same thing. Just follow your dream and make sure that at the end of the day, you gotta make money. You have to make money to survive. So if you guys have any questions or questions regarding fabrications, just send us a message on Instagram. We'll definitely get back to you guys.
And what I love about the content that you guys put out is, homeowners are naturally curious, so they enjoy it too, but that's not who it's for, right? It's for your clients, like your wholesale clients. It's for that builder to see, yeah, this is the install we just did, and look how clean it is. Look how clean and put together this guy who's doing your template looks. He's not giving you, plumber's derriere. He doesn't look dirt, like everything is clean and put together and nice and organized. And if I'm a builder, I'm like, this is who I'm going with, because they're gonna maintain my image with me. They're on board with what I'm trying to do. I don't have to worry about, things going awry or being off brand. And so I love that about your content, is that it's for everyone. It's for your customers, but someone who doesn't know anything about fabrication looks at that and it's like, whoa, that's cool. That is cool. But the builder is like, I want that.
Yeah, and then the most important thing is, at the end of the day, if you don't deliver what you promise, you can't expect more business, right? So you can show as much as you want on Instagram. You can correct the pictures, you can make them beautiful, you can make up some seams that you're not gonna see it, but that's not the case to do. We have to educate the customer. If the customer is well educated, I promise you're never gonna have issues. You're never gonna have issues, and you deliver the product and they're always gonna be happy with it.
Yeah, that's so great. Do you guys have any questions for the Faithful team? No.
No questions.
No questions. All right. Well, as we said, always reach out to you guys. As Eric said, reach out on Instagram. I know too at Cambria, you can always reach out to us, 1866 Cambria. if you guys
And I want to say something.
please.
Cambria has the especially fabricators and designers, and they doing the training. I was part of it. Amazing thing. You can just learn a lot of stuff, good stuff about good fabrication and good, ethics of being a fabricator. And it's amazing. Just take it. It's free, and it's why not using it, right?
Yeah, yes. And if you're out there and you're wondering what that is about, you can call us at 1866 Cambria. We have what we call the Academy of Cambria. Some of you in the audience have been there. We love that. But it is about sharing and building the segment, building the industry, and making stone fabrication, this really sought after trade, and giving it the limelight that it deserves, because it makes or breaks the product.
Of course.
We produce pretty stuff all day, but if you guys don't do a great job, we don't look good either.
Yeah, you need a fabricator, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you're not gonna succeed if you would try to do everything by yourself. You need to have that partnership, that relationship, with your stone dealer, with your clients, and then you can build beautiful things together. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so
No,
much.
thank you for having us.
With us. We're so excited about all the stuff that we can do together in 2020
Definitely.
with all of you. So
We're looking
Thank
forward
you
to it,
so
and I really
much.
appreciate for listening to us.
awesome. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks.